Schlenkerla is a brew pub located in Bamberg, Germany. The pub produces a host of beers, including the Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier. The beer itself is offered in 3 different styles, including Marzen, which translates to March in German. The lager style beer is unique to the Bavarian region of Germany. Does this German lager stand out as one of the best in the world? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews. Hey guys, we have the Marzen version of the beer, and we're going to crack it open. And while I'm doing that, I'll admit, I'm not sure if I've had this before, just because some of these German beers and the labels, they start to blend together, especially when this one you actually have to look at the variation of the beer to know if maybe I've had this one before, maybe I've had one of the different ones. But I don't know. So let's check it out. So I'm pouring it. So yeah, it is just essentially a Bavarian lager. But as is the case with most Bavarian beers, it is going to be a little darker than your general lager that you get in the States. But alright, we got some nice action going on, and while that settles, let's just get right into the review and get into the smell. Ooh. You get the instant smoke right there in the nose. That's, poof. Yeah. If you've ever had, like a smoked fish, it's got that instant smokiness to it. It's, not the fish. It doesn't have the fish aroma. But like a really smoky fire. If you just if you're hanging out by the fire and outside and you come in and you smell your shirt or whatever and you got that smokiness aroma to it, that is exactly what this smells like. You got to kind of fight the smoke to get any of the other aromas, but it has kind of almost like a warm, bitter aroma to it, if you can call it that. Not like super bitter, but it's got there's just a hint of bitterness to it that almost like a bitter plum kind of thing going on. And almost like a dark chocolate aroma. Again, not heavy in the dark chocolate. The smoke really kind of takes over everything. But it is very interesting, very, very smoky. So I like the aroma. It's different. I mean, you're not going to open up many lagers and be like instant poof, that is smoky. So if you want that campfire smokiness aroma, check this one out. So I'm going to recommend it on the aroma, and let's get into the taste. You have a little hint of the smoke, not heavy, almost like a nice smoked meat. But when you breathe in, you still have that aroma and everything kind of on your the tip of your lips and your tongue. And when you breathe in after the beer, that's when you're almost inhaling like liquid smoke almost. So that's real interesting. That's all I took from the first sip. Smoky, but kind of mellow. You do have a bit of a hint of bitterness to it, not overwhelming. Just a little bit, right in the tip. You do almost have there is almost like a meatiness to it. Maybe that's just me used to equating this kind of smoke with just like a meat, but You get like it's strange to equate a beer with the meat, but that is that's what I'm getting. But underneath all of that, underneath the smoke, underneath that almost meatiness, you do have that kind of lager flavor. You do have that kind of your traditional lager that you get anywhere. It's really super masked. You have to fight off all the other aromas. Maybe that's not the right way to put it, because I enjoy the smokiness to it. It's like a smoked lager, basically. It's like, take your favorite lager, add like a liquid smoke kind of thing going on, and that's pretty much what you got here. But maybe the lightest hint of a dark chocolate. It's not as apparent as maybe when I smelled it, but I think just because that the bitterness is kind of along the lines of a dark chocolate instead of just a hoppy bitterness. So that's what I'm getting from the taste. I like it. I think it's enjoyable. I'm going to recommend it on the taste. And next is value for price. And I don't know if you can get it in any other form than this bottle, the pint bottle, 1 pint, 0.9 fluid ounces of beer. Make sure it says beer again on the bottle. I'm trying to think what exactly it costs. There's between, I think, $5 and $7. So it is going to be more than your just general beer, and even your general German lager that you're going to get in a lot of places. And you're probably not going to get this on tap. This is basically the only way you're going to get it. Just look for the label and make sure it says Marzen on it and not the other options. Of course, I took German in high school, and I had to look at what Marzen said, so obviously I didn't retain it very well. But yeah, it's a tricky thing to rate for the price, because it is higher, and but it's worth the price, I think, for something completely different and enjoyable. But it is something you're probably not going to stock exclusively because of the price. And so because of that, I'm going to give it a half on the price. Just, it is a hair more than what some people are going to want to pay for it. And now, okay, distinction is how different is it from the other kinds of lagers, German lagers out there. And honestly, with the smoke, I cannot say that I've really had any other beer ever that's had this kind of smokiness to it. And that alone just makes it completely different. You pretty much have to buy your lager and get like the liquid smoke bottle that in Poland, which we all know that's what they do at Burger King. It's not flame broiled, it's liquid smoke. But yeah, so because of that smokiness, it is completely different. And so distinction absolutely it is way distinct. So I'm recommending it on that. Now drinkability, how many of these could I drink in a row, and or could I drink multiples of these and still enjoy it? And even with the smokiness, it's not heavy. I think normally when you think of smoky and beer, you think of like a porter. And usually porters are much heavier, and you kind of drink it in a snifter, and you'll drink a little bit, and then that's it. That's not the case here. It's smoky, but it's smooth, and it's actually rather refreshing, even though it's darker. And honestly, I could drink through this whole thing and want another one, and not be like, I don't know if I can actually get to the second one. And so yeah, I'm trying to look for the alcohol content on the bottle, and well, it's only 5.2% alcohol, so it's not like going to super buzz you after one. So I think for drinkability, I'm going to recommend it for that too. I could go through this. Another one, not have a problem with it. So yeah. And alright, last category is would I buy it again? And yes, absolutely I would. Even though the price is a little higher than I might generally spend on my everyday beer, I enjoy it enough, it's different enough, and it's refreshing enough for me to be like, yes, let's do it, let's get it. I think if you have other friends who enjoy and respect beer, this is a good one to try out because it is different, it is fantastic, it is a great German beer, and it's different enough so you're not like, you don't sit there and be like, I've had it before. You haven't. If you haven't had this one, you haven't had anything really like it. So, yeah. All that gave it a 5.5 out of 6. The price just a little high for to me to completely recommend on the price. But yeah, that is my review of the Marzen version of this. If you've had it before, if you've tried it, let me know. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Put your own review. If there's other German beers that you think I should check out, or any kind of beer in general, put it in the comments as well. I'd love to see, and I'll see if I can get around to testing it, tasting it, and reviewing it. And if you'd like more of us, please like and subscribe. Check out the other reviews. Check out the top 10 videos. Those are getting pretty popular. We got more of those coming along. You can follow us on Twitter at 2 Dudes Podcast. You can check us out. We got a podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever. It's 2 Dudes in a Six Pack. I got a little link for it down in the bottom for the iTunes link. And we're also now selling these shirts, these Here's Our Top Admiral Ackbar t-shirts. You can find these at CosmoDNAclothing.com. I'll put a link to that in the bottom as well. Yeah, that is about it. And so, yeah, for me, for Mr. Marzen, take it easy.